Hey, and welcome back to Rev Limited. I'm Charles. This is part 3 of our NSX build. In this episode, we're going to replace the windshield. We're also going to replace the main relay. This is a common problem with a lot of these NSXs. I'm also going to take it to the workbench and we will take it apart and show you what actually goes wrong with these. And then we're going to finish putting the rest of the interior back together, including the dash panels, the rear interior panels, and then we're going to put the seats in it. So let's go. It's finally time to get the windshield put in. Alright, so another bit of preventative maintenance is the main relay. I got a new one right here. This is the part number. This is the location where it goes. This one in particular has not been giving us any trouble, but it is a point of failure for a lot of people. In fact, I had a problem the last time we went to NS Expo in 2019 to Washington, D.C. It started dying. The car started dying on the way back. I actually had to find a Walmart, buy a soldering iron, pull over, pull the panels out, remove the relay, go inside the store and hook up a soldering iron behind a vending machine and resolder it right there on the floor. It was it was pretty wild, but it got me home, and every time since then I've go ahead and replace a relay in these cars and keep a spare. So what I'm going to do is actually resolder this one, keep it as a backup, and have it in the car with me for a spare. So let's get to it. So let's take it to the bench and open it up. Okay, so here's the original relay. Let's open it up and see if it shows the problems that they normally have, and I'll kind of give you an idea what that is. Okay, so there's the relays, some diodes, load resistor. Okay, the problem generally with this smaller screwdriver is on the back, these larger connection points. That's a large tab there, and right here. This is a non-supported through-hole board, and the problem generally is from vibration, and the solder will actually crack. This one you can kind of see. You know what? Let's move it to the microscope and see if we can get a better idea. Here you go. Here's a good view of what the problem actually is on these. This one you can see the hairline crack right there starting to form. That is very common with these. The main relay, it's an unsupported through-hole board, and the problem is, since the leads are not clenched, bent over, you know, to give mechanical support, the solder is what actually holds these relays in. So the vibration of the car over time will cause the solder to fail, and you can see through almost every connection there's signs of cracking. That was pretty good there. You can see the cracks in the solder forming. So yeah, all you'd have to do is to reflow the solder, heat it up, put some flux on it, and it should be good to go. And that's what got me back home from DC. But this one I'm going to go ahead and replace it and keep this one as a backup. So there you go. Okay, so let's reflow one of these just to show you what it looks like. Just a little bit of flux. some no clean flux. Got an iron and some solder. Trying to do this watching through the camera here. It's a little more difficult. All right, get it into flow. There you go. It's reflowed. So there you go. I'm going to go through the rest of these and solder them to give them proper connections, and could be put back in the car, or in this case I'm just going to use it as a spare. So there we go. I'm going to put it back in. This is our freshly resoldered circuit board for the main relay. There we go. And I'm just going to write on the side that it's from the 92 NSX, and then it was resoldered today. Keep it as a spare. So now that the main relay is going back in, let's move on to the carpet, and I'll spare you the boring parts. Now let's take this carpet outside, fire up the pressure washer, and we'll get it clean. Okay, now that the carpet's clean and dry, let's get it installed. So before we put these seats back in, let's give them a deep clean and condition the leather. Today I'm going to be trying out Lexol brand. This is the leather cleaner spray, and we also have the conditioner. Not a paid sponsor. Let's try it out. Alright, so that's going to wrap up this episode. We got the windshield installed, we finished putting the rest of the interior back together, and we also replaced the main relay. Like, comment, subscribe, and stay tuned for part 4. Thanks for watching.